Hello everyone, welcome in our podcast called Voices of Acta Rebuild. My name is Dominika and today we have here in Vienna Tomas. So please, what is your current research focuses and where are you based?
Thank you for having me. Currently I'm based in KU Leuven, but my second institution is the University of Brescia. My current research focuses on biomaterials for acoustic and thermal applications, mostly focused on mycelium-based composites, and with the outlook of eventually creating metamaterials based on this type of composites.
Very interesting. Can you tell us what stage of research do you think that we are right now, or how long have you been already researching this topic?
Okay, so let's say that my experience with mycelium-based materials started a year or a few months before I started the PhD. Now I have been here a year and a few days, actually. Let's say currently the research on mycelium composites is not entirely new, but still starting in its starting point. The amount of papers on this field is still quite small, mostly on the acoustic applications. And let's say that there is still some gap on the research. Mycelium is like a living creature. Well, it's the part of a living creature on itself. So it's let's say a research topic that tends to have its difficulties. But okay, eventually the innovation that we aim to introduce is making a resonating periodic structure out of this type of composite. So we have to find a way to, shape it in such a way.
I see. Can you tell us, have you already experienced any exciting adventures in your PhD? Can you spill the tea a bit?
On research, just the pure, let's say, experience of growing mycelium, it's quite exciting because growing a living organism that shapes something on itself and in just a week, it's quite exciting. But let's say this also is quite exciting experience on a social aspect. Let's say the network in which we are, let's say, based is quite a enriching experience because you get to meet a lot of people from different places, which, well, will end up being your collaborators in the future if you stay in academia, or your friends if you have a good relationship with them. And then just traveling around with all these people by in each let's say training school is just a very enriching and fun experience in general.
So, well, and then, of course, I'm wondering, so would you recommend this kind of experience for also other young researchers? What do you think?
Yeah, well, it really depends on the type of person that you are. In my opinion, let's say, if you are open-minded and you, let's say, crave new experiences and you're not afraid of putting yourself out of your comfort zone, definitely it is something that you should do. If you have one of these opportunities, you should take it with your eyes closed, just jump.
Yeah. I see. Okay, and back to your, let's say, professional life or research life. How do you envision your research contribution to overall goal of Acta Rebuild?
Well, given the structure of the project, my position is on developing or characterizing, understanding a material, right? So I am probably not going to create an architectural solution, but I might give the, let's say, the understanding on a type of material for more applied research. So yeah, it will be hopefully also a way how to select the right type of substrate for a mycelium-based material, because I think there should be more details or more consideration on the size of the substrate, the chemical composition of the substrate, and so on, to promote fungal growth, but also to promote the acoustic and thermal capabilities of this.
So we can conclude that you are like one piece of puzzle from all like Acta Rebuild project in general.
Exactly. Yeah, each one will contribute in a different way, but at the end, it all comes together.
Yeah, it makes one big picture at the end.
Yeah.
Are you working on something specific at the moment, which you can share with us?
I am growing mycelium composites in this moment with wood chives and miscanthus. I'm testing them. But at the same time, I'm improving a characterization method based on the ultrasound transmission on porous media to determine some of the transport properties inside these porous materials. In collaboration, of course, with people from Algeria, Siemens in Belgium, and also from the Czech Republic.
So we can tell that your research is super interdisciplinary, right?
Yeah, definitely.
What are the advantages of this kind of interdisciplinary research within the Acta Rebuild project? Can you tell us?
Well, there are several from my point of view. One of them, let's say, being from another continent, you don't have, let's say, a wide professional network. And then this interdisciplinary approach helps you a lot to build such network. But not only on the networking side, but also on the potential of your research. If you only work with people on your same, let's say, field, your ideas or your opportunities like get more close, right? And then if you work with different people from different fields, then you have a lot more to offer to the scientific community, let's say.
Yeah. Well, and I think that we forgot to mention, but yeah, you're originally from Colombia. Right now you are living in Belgium, actually, and like in some part of your PhD you will travel to, or you will stay also in Italy. So we were talking about the advantages of this PhD life, but on the other hand, can you tell us if you have already experienced some difficulties in your like PhD life, but also in your personal life concerning this Acta Rebuild project?
When you're in your home country, usually you're just way more efficient because you know how things work. Everything is, let's say, already learned. But if you move somewhere else, you have to just learn everything from scratch, even the language sometimes. But I would say the biggest challenge for me wouldn't be culture, but the weather. So the weather in Belgium is, okay, it is known for being rainy and cloudy, and everyone knows that. It seems like I was the only one that was not
prepared for it, right?
Like most of the year it's below 20 and it's cloudy, so that was a bit of, say, an uncomfortable position, but I understood and I learned to live like that now. But let's say also there are a lot of positive things. Like I think the lifestyle is much healthier. Like I was in Colombia, I was commuting in car most of the time. But in Belgium, I commute by like using a bike every day, and it's like quite a healthy lifestyle. Like,
let's go back to your professional life. Are you planning any collaboration with other institutes or companies during your PhD?
Yes. I'm quite keen on collaboration, so I'm always looking for ways to collaborate with different people. Let's say I have already some collaborations that are ongoing. So from my master's degree, I work from some people from the Universidad Politécnica de Madrid in Spain. Aside from that, well, with Siemens, in this same project, there is a professor from Algeria, and well, from, of course, the University of Brescia, which is my second institution. So, and also from Lithuania. There was a postdoc coming to our lab from Lithuania, and we worked together on her research. And I quite enjoy also not collaborating only on my research, but on other people's research, because I'm learning new things. I'm quite excited about collaborating with people.
What aspect of your research journey with Acta Rebuild project has been the most rewarding for you personally?
The feedback that I have gotten from my supervisors is one of the most rewarding things, because I really see the potential of progress. Like, I can learn a lot of things, not even like research methodology, but how to better communicate my findings, how to think in a different way. I think that this is like the most rewarding thing. And okay, in general, connecting with different people, getting to know new cultures, that's something that also it's quite rewarding for me.
Thank you for your answer. And let's say, like, we are nearly going to the end of our podcast, and I have one of the last questions for you. So let's see something into the future. So in your best dreams, how's your PhD final project going to look like? Can you tell us?
Let's think it that way. The PhD is just the start of an academic career. It's something that you do if you are interested in doing research, but it's not like the pinnacle of your research career. So I don't have like a huge pressure on myself. So I would say the first is getting to learn a lot from my supervisors and my let's say mates in the project. But on a product, let's say from the research on itself, I would like to have a composite for building applications, and that's the first stage. And on a more advanced level, I would like to make a composite that's a metamaterial on itself. So, or something like, let's say, like this things that you find sometimes in studios, which are like little pyramids.
Yeah.
That's an example. That's not a metamaterial, but okay, like periodic in that sense. It's a head start, right? A head start towards more sustainable acoustic solutions, which we are needing, because at the moment, around 80% of the market on thermal insulation and acoustic application is driven by synthetic materials or fiberglass and mineral wool.
So that's super interesting. Thank you very much for your time, Tomas. So just to make like a small recap. So today we have here Tomas, originally from Colombia, right now staying in Leuven in Belgium, but also traveling to Brescia, Italy. I would just like to make a comment to our listeners that stay tuned to our Acta Rebuild podcast called Voices of Acta Rebuild. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, or LinkedIn. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.